In the past 6 months, you had ticketed, from when I did this about a month or two ago, you had ticketed 250 people that in Chesterfield, that had gone to Chesterfield Court. And the person that I did in comparison to you had ticketed 240 people in an entire year.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing today? I hope that your day is going fine. If not, I hope tomorrow gets better. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in to the videos. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, I ask that you go ahead and do so. And make sure to toggle that notification bell to stay current with all of the videos that we're posting. Now, I want to give a shout out to all the people who stand up with black people. Yeah, I'm going to just say it like that. For y'all who stand up with black people against racism and injustices, I appreciate you. I got to speak it. And you know what? I'm not going to be apologetic for it because we need comrades. Check out this video.
So, Mr. Scott, you pull over 80% black people. I went through all of your tickets for 6 months. And when there's a population of only 20% white people, black people, only 20% of the population in Chesterfield is black. I don't know how you managed to ticket over 80% minorities. And I did a TikTok about it. I know that you know what I'm talking about because all y'all know about my TikToks. So that's okay.
I'm not on TikTok, so no, I don't.
And then someone even commented, said, I'm pretty sure S. Scott is a state trooper. I said, well, whoever it is, he's gung-ho because I only had to go back 6 months with you. In the past 6 months, you had ticketed, from when I did this about a month or two ago, you had ticketed 250 people that in Chesterfield, that had gone to Chesterfield Court. And the person that I did in comparison to you had ticketed 240 people in an entire year. But you, I only had to go back 6 months, so you sure do write a lot of tickets, but...
You can take your pen. That's yours. There's your ID and your copy, okay?
That's funny. That is funny.
Before I go any further, drop your comments in the comment section. Man, she right on. You know, I can appreciate people like her. I can appreciate people like her who stand up and call out racism. I'm just going to say it, you know, because a lot of times we tend to be quiet, black people I'm talking about, we tend to be quiet against, about injustices against us. And, you know, I think that's wrong for us. We should be able to speak out and be free to speak out against things that are systematically in place against us. And I'm not talking about pull the race card every time somebody do something, because I don't believe every case is that. But in a lot of cases, oh, that race card should stay on display. I experience it today. I'm talking about present day, I still experience things. And you know, it's disheartening. And James Baldwin had a quote, and that quote reads, "To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all the time." Truth. It'll drive you crazy. I mean, because I believe that I suffer from PTSD. I really do, because in situations and something happened, almost all the time I go to, was racist? What did he mean it this way? Did she mean it that way? It's a battle in my mind to just take something from somebody because I'm almost thinking, what do they mean by that? And it's not that I'm trying to do it. It's just that when I witness stuff or something happens, my mind goes there. And it's not like I'm trying to do it. I'm talking about, it could be conversations with people and they may say something a certain way. And I'm like, what did they mean by that? You know, it affects me. And a lot of times I try to let it go, but it seems like whenever I let it go, somebody do something that's just not right. Somebody will say something that's just not right. It's out of place. And so my guard is up all the time. I'm not even trying to be that way. And why am I saying this? Because what this lady is addressing this officer by is the population of wherever they're from, 20% black people, and 80% of his tickets are to black people. Tell me this, and I've said this before. We have talks. We were taught that when the police pull you over, put your hands on the steering wheel, look non-threatening, let all of your windows down, cut the lights on, have everything present, ask permission to do certain things. My white comrades, were y'all taught that? I don't know. Let me know. This is not being funny. This is a real question. I want to know. Y'all saw the video of the police that was in Jacksonville, Florida, when the guy was doing everything that they asked him to do. Now, he did go further. He didn't pull right over, but everything after that, he did exactly right, and they still harassed him. They still made him guilty or wanted to make him guilty before letting him go. This is the stuff that we go through. So I'm glad for people like this lady who will call out the foolishness. And you could tell he was uncomfortable. If you go back and look at the video, he had to adjust. When people go to doing stuff like that or moving all weird, that's because, they're uncomfortable. That's because they're being called out. Yeah, that's what that is. Now, I could tell this story. I remember one time, and y'all probably heard it before, but I'm going to tell you again for the people who haven't heard this story. I remember being in high school. I had just come from a basketball game, and I was being dropped off. Now, where I was dropped off at, I had to cross the street, and I had to walk through the apartment complex to get to my grandmother's house. And that's exactly what I did. The guy dropped me off, I got out of the car, and I began my walk to my grandmother's house. Halfway to my grandmother's house, I hear somebody calling me, "Hey, hey." So I turn around looking, not thinking that they're talking to me. Hey, you stop. By then, I'm to my grandma's house, so I stopped. But before I stopped completely, I opened the door and I called my mom outside. This lady accused me of peeing on the wall. Why would I pee on the wall when I got 50 houses that I could go to because everybody know me? I could go in there and say, "Hey, can I use your bathroom?" Or I could go behind the complex into the woods and use the bathroom because I know that would be the most appropriate thing if it's an emergency. I could go behind the projects into the woods to use the restroom. Why would I stop and pee on a wall where I am open and exposed? This lady she disputed that it was me who peed on the wall. I was like, I just got out of the car and I walked straight here. But she knew it was me. She just made it to be me when it was not me. I did not pee on side of no wall. And I didn't have to use the bathroom that bad. If so, I would have been running. I would have ran so I could have got in the house to use the restroom. Now, hadn't I opened that door and told my mama to come outside, who knows what would have happened to me? What would have happened to me? Who knows? Because she could have said anything. And I was a minor. But she just knew it was me. She stopped and she said, "It was me. You peed on the side of the wall. I saw you." Lady, you a lie. That was not me. I don't know what her problem was. I don't know what she was going through, but she threw that on me. Now, hadn't I opened that door and told my mama to come outside, ain't no tell, she probably would have tried to arrest me. But that's the thing, man. You get these officers, and look, I'm not being quiet on this no more. You get a lot of these officers, and they are racist. And for a black person, they ain't gonna have no pity on you. They're gonna treat you any type of way. Now, I'm not saying that all people don't get treated all kind of ways, but I know they treat black people a certain way. There's a video on TikTok, and I'm going to have to do a video on it, where this white lady, she said she had an eye-opening experience.
We were 9 hours into a 10-hour drive home, and I get pulled over for speeding. He's still in the back seat, throwing up into a trash can that we took from the hotel. Don't tell on me, please. It was a rough day. It's dark, it's late. I am completely prepared to get a ticket. I just want him to write it and let me go on my merry way. And of course, he asked what I was in such a hurry for, and so I told the truth. And as I'm telling him that we've been at Disney, we're exhausted, we've been on the road for 10 hours, my child is throwing up in the back seat into a trash can, without thinking, I reach behind me into the floorboard of my pitch black car to grab the trash can to show him that I'm telling the truth. He had no idea what I was reaching for. There's no possible way he could have seen what I was reaching for. 2 white women and a white child. That police officer did not flinch. He didn't take a step back. He didn't ask me what I was reaching for. He didn't yell, "Show me your hands." He didn't pull his gun. Just let me reach back there, and when I pulled the trash can out, he said, "I don't want to see it." And then he told me to take care of my kid and slow it down. Do not tell me that white privilege doesn't exist.
I'm glad people speaking up. Continue to call this stuff out. And I'm going to continue to talk about it because you know what? It need to be a change. Just because I'm black don't make me a threat. You may think I'm a threat, but don't mean I'm a threat. That's what I got on it. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comment section. Until the next time, peace.